Ready to move on, Freddie?
Let's bring out the first guest because he's a very funny man.
He's more than a funny man. He's a very funny man. He's the winner of the 1990 London Critics Award for his special called No Cure for Cancer. I had to read that and get that right. He's also been on Evening at the Improv, Caroline's Comedy Hour, MTV, and he's the star of a show right here on HOT called AfterDrive. Welcome, DENIS LEARY, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks, Paul.
Evening, DENIS.
How are you, man? Lines that would end the introductory part of the show and bring on the first guest.
My God, I'm fumbling. I have a cold.
You got a cold.
I'm going to do what a comedian should never do, make a lame excuse. I have a cold and I'm fumbling the lines.
You have a cold, and you're taking medicine.
I am. I'm taking Sudafed.
You're taking Sudafed?
Yes, but intravenously.
Is that it? Just Sudafed?
Just Sudafed.
Really?
And a lot of vitamin C. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm jacked up. I have a cold. I sound a lot better than you. You notice my voice is not nasal, like I have stuff in my nostrils? And Paul, talk for a second.
Yeah, well, I do have stuff in my
nostrils. You have the here's cold thing? You know why? Because I took Sudafed and crack. I'm only kidding. I'm not going to get in trouble now with HOT and get fired. No, I would never do. I would never do a drug named after a part of my own ass. Okay, folks? Kind of a personal guideline in my Corey Feldman or no Corey Feldman. No. Actually, I am. I'm all jacked up on all kidding aside, I'm all jacked up on the Sudafed, and I had a sinus cold, and Sudafed, and then that wasn't enough, so I went and got Afrin nasal spray, because I didn't think it was, like, I took the Sudafed, I waited, like, you know, a minute. Like total impatience guy. I went back into the store and got a thing of Afrin nasal spray, and you know, you're supposed to hold it like upright and then shoot it in, but like an idiot, I went back like this and poured it in from the bottle, yeah. And I was jacked up all day, and I'm jacked up right now. And I just had a couple of Cokes and some Mr. Good bars. Boy, I feel great! Who needs crack?
Well, you're a fine role model for the kids.
I tell you.
Well, no, wait, you got a head cold and you're smoking like a fiend.
Yeah, where is the ashtray, by the way? Is this, can this be an ashtray?
No, but...
Where are we, Paul? Where is
we'll get you an ashtray. Is this
supposed to be your house?
No, this is supposed to be a place where you're not smoking.
Oh, okay. All right.
Can we...
I'll just use this.
Get an ashtray for...
I found the ashtray. It's right here. It's a beautiful ashtray. I like the big square ashtrays like this.
Thanks so much.
I think, as far as the drugs, because I do want to make a, you know, an anti-drug statement, because I kid about drugs, but...
Because we don't have the room for the mail.
It's right. No, I kid about drugs. Drugs were great at one time, and I think we're all over that now. And,
what was that for you, about 4 in the afternoon?
No, you remember when cocaine was, like, considered, like, fine? Like, in the late 70s, we were all, like, doing it, and everybody's like, no, it's not addictive. I've been doing it every night for 15 years. I feel great. You know, that kind of an attitude? And it's not good to do drugs. Now, I think what we need to do is we need to get more drugs, not less drugs, more drugs, and give them to the right people, okay? Because every time you read about some famous guy overdosing on drugs, it's always some really talented guy. It's always like Len Bias or Janis Joplin or Jimi Hendrix or John Belushi, you know what I mean? Because the people you want to have overdose on drugs never would. Like the New Kids on the Block would never overdose, man, never. You know? Never. Motley Crue. Motley Crue. You could put Motley Crue in a room with 2 tons of crack, take them out a half an hour later, yeah. Great. Dynamite. They've got instruments, they've got studio time, great. Okay, they're still alive. Stevie Ray Vaughan is dead. We can't get Milli Vanilli in a helicopter. You're telling me that much right now? I refuse to believe it. God.
Are you okay about this? Or?
I know, I'm all jacked up. I'm ready to shoot out of this chair across the... He was funny, and then he blew up. I don't know what happened.
What's the story on this award you won in London? The special was...
yeah, right.
Where'd the special air? No Cure for Cancer.
It wasn't a special, actually.
Okay, that's good. Fine, that's good. Okay.
Wait for the next guy to come out and drink that. I did a show. I did a one-man show in England. I did a show for HOT, actually, called London Underground, which is produced by the BBC. Right. And then... what did you ask me?
Oh, wrong glass. I said, tell me about this award.
Right. So I went over there, and then I did this one-man show, right, called No Cure for Cancer, based on my fear and ever-ready denial of cancer, because I smoke, like, you know, 7,000 packs a day, and, you know. So I did the show, No Cure for Cancer, and it won the Critics Award. Which was the first time an American has won the Critics Award. He said, blowing his own horn.
Now, was it a television show, or was it
No, it was a live show. It was a one-man show.
Okay. How long did you do that for?
I did it for a month, and then I came back here, and I went to New York, and I went back and just did it for 2 more weeks. Excellent. So it was a big success, and because people came and, you know, saw me, like, smoking 7,000 packs a day and talking about cancer. It's like one of those things where, yeah, great show. He's dead now. Great, yeah. He won the award, then he died. Thank you. Yeah.
It's a limited run.
Very limited run. You know?
So what won the ACE Award? London Underground?
Yeah, well, it didn't win it yet. We're nominated.
Oh, you're nominated?
Nominated.
All right, so you're one in a field of like 800 million.
Yeah, right, exactly.
I love the nominees in some of the cable channels, like the Weather Channel.
Do they get nominated?
Oh, yeah, they get nominated for Should I Bring a Sweater? A special presentation of the Weather Channel.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, don't you have to have viewers in order to be nominated for a show? You know. No, I swear to God. I mean, I was on the show. You know, I worked at it, and I'm just being honest. I don't think anybody watched it here. You know, in London, people were watching it, but, you know.
Well, apparently, you don't need to have viewers to, you know, be in
Be
production.
nominated.
So, tell me about your show on High. You have a series running, AfterDrive.
I'm just checking the wind thing for lighting the cigarette here.
Want to make sure you get every little bit of that smoke.
Yeah, I'm doing a show called AfterDrive, which we shoot in New York. And what it is I host the show and I interview comics, like in a little living room set. Hey, wait a minute.
That's odd.
No, it's a talk show. It's like combination talk, sketch, comedy, rock and roll, puppets, ventriloquists.
Arts and crafts.
It's like, hey, we have studio time. Let's make a show. That's what it is, basically. So it's me and this guy named Billy Kimball, are the hosts of the show.
From Clash. Culture
From Clash, right.
Clash.
Right. Culture Clash, right, or whatever it is. It's another
Whatever
show
it
on
is.
Ha. Another show that you've never seen.
Right.
That's nominated also for an award. Clash is nominated for a race award.
Well, they're just giving that out to
They're
anybody.
giving them
aren't
out to anybody. I'm telling you right now, the Red Sox won a pitching staff ace award last year. That's how many awards they're giving. But, anyways, I forget what you...
I wanted you to
This
tell...
Sudafed thing really, Jackie. You lose the memory.
I'm seeing 5 of you right now. I wanted to know about the show. I want to know what goes on.
But we have like, you know, it's a stupid little talk show thing. It's funny, though. It's a good show.
It's nice that you have pride in your work.
No, I do. I'm admitting. It's not, I tell you, it's funny because it is stupid. Like, we have, like, really some good guests, and then we have we do some stupid stuff. Like Dr. Ruth Westheimer we had on. And I've always wanted to meet Dr. Ruth, and because we've all seen her on television. And she's literally this big. That's how big she is, okay? People think she's this big. She's this big, okay? The camera adds like 10 pounds, okay? And her instance, it adds like 2 feet of height. And she was on the show, and our gag was we were going to tie her up and hold her hostage, and she was going to be gagged. And I would give the sexual advice to these people in the audience. So, of course, like, the gag was we would give bad advice. Like, we would tell kids, like, forget condoms. You don't need them. You know what I mean? Like, totally wrong advice. And she was, like, having a good time. And then she punched me. Now, this is, yeah. I thought she was getting upset because I was giving the wrong advice about, like, you know, don't use condoms and, you know, 3 inches is the normal size for a penis, you know, that kind of stuff. We untie her at the end of the show because that was part of the deal. And she gets out and she punches me in the arm. And the reason she was upset was because I was smoking. And she started screaming at these kids like, oh, how dare you smoke in front of these kids, and you're sending the wrong message. I was like, I just told them not to use condoms, okay? Smoke like crazy, use condoms. That's the message. And go to Corey Feldman's house and don't use the brown heroin, because that's the bad stuff. That's the stuff he says when Corey Haim comes over, I'm telling you.
Words of wisdom from Denis Leary. Thanks for being here,
Hey,
Denis.
it was a lot of fun, Paul.
We'll be right back with Brian Haley right after this.